All right, so you're thinking about moving to a 55 and over neighborhood in Gloucester County. That's exactly what I'm going to cover in today's video. We're going to drive you all over the county to most of the 55 and over communities so you can see some of the price ranges, the size of the homes, and more. And we're going to get started right now. All right, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything about living in South Jersey, then subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to be notified every time we send out updated information about South Jersey. My name is Matt Curcio with Curcio Partners at Real Broker. We get calls and messages every day from people like you looking to make their move in South Jersey, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're moving in 5 days or 5 months, give us a call, send us a text, or an email. All of our information is in the description below. So as I mentioned, we're going to get started by taking you out and showing you some neighborhoods, all 55 and over. So let's jump in my car and we'll see you in a bit. All right, so we're here. We are in Deptford right now at a 55 and over community. This one is called Bridlewood. It was built around 99, 2000. Square footage is anywhere from 1,200 to about 1,400. There's only one active right now at about 320. Hasn't been any recent sales, but a beautiful neighborhood. Kind of show you around here. Oh, that's the senior center right there. So we'll drive you around, show you some more. All right, so we're here in a 55 and over community called Country Gardens. This one is in Mantua. They were built anywhere from around 2007 all the way up till 2021. Recent sales are anywhere from the low 400s to the 500s. Square footage is floating anywhere from the low 2000s to the high 2000s. So we're going to drive you around in a minute, but this is the clubhouse, a little putting green, the pickleball courts. There's bocce over there, a nice water between the houses here, so lots of stuff to do. We'll drive you around and show you more. All right, so we're here. We're in Woolwich at a 55 and over. This neighborhood is called Four Seasons at Weatherby. Building started around 2005. There's newer sections all the way till 2014, and there's another section called the Preserve that's built up until last year. So homes in the area anywhere around 1,600 square foot starting, all the way up to about 2,600 is the biggest that we've seen. Solds, actually, we have some active anywhere in the 400s. Under contract around that range too, mid 400s. Solds ranging anywhere from 350 all the way up to about 500,000. So as you can see here, beautiful neighborhood, tree-lined streets. It's a gated community as well, so we're going to drive you around, show you a bunch more. All right, so we're here in Washington Township. The neighborhood is called Heatherwood, built in the early 2000s, around 2003 to 2005. And there's one active right now at about 400,000. Square footage in here is ranging anywhere from 1,100 to anywhere up in the mid 2000s. There's one under contract around 380. Sold are ranging in the low 3s to the low 4s. So as you can see, beautiful here. We're going to just drive you around and show you some of the streets, and see you in a minute. All right, so we're here in Deptford. We're actually in a neighborhood called Heritage 55 and over. It was built mainly in the early 2000s, but there's some newer sections where it was built all the way up until now. So square footage is ranging from the mid 1000s to the mid 2000s. There's a couple active around 319 up to 434,000. Under contract 325, and then 488 would obviously be the newer ones. Sold are ranging anywhere in the 300s to now the 400s. So beautiful street here. And then I'm going to show you, I'll keep going actually, so you can see it's beautiful. And the clubhouse is over here. There's a putting green, see basketball courts, pickleball, and more. So we'll drive you around and show you a bit more. All right, so we're here at a stop in Williamstown. We're actually in Holiday City. This neighborhood was built from the 80s and 90s, and then a newer section in the early 2000s. There's several for sale right now, anywhere from 285 to 429. Sold are ranging anywhere from the 240s to the 360s, and it's really going to depend. Anything that's built in the 80s or 90s probably needs a rehab by now, and the size of the homes anywhere from 1,200 to 1,400 square feet. There's some bigger ones that are two-story homes. I'll show you one right behind us here, and they're about 1,700 square feet. So, but as you can see, beautiful neighborhood, sidewalk, street lights, and more. See you soon. Okay, so we're in Deptford, New Jersey in a 55 and over community. This one is called Lakebridge. Square footage is anywhere around 1,100 to about 1,500 for most of them. They were built in the 80s, somewhere around the late 80s. We have one active right now at about 318, and solds are ranging anywhere from 275 to 324. 9 because it's really going to depend on what's been done since the 80s on the inside. So we're going to drive you around. As you can see, nice area. We'll show you around behind me here, and then we're going to drive you around, show you a bit more. All right, so we're here in Mullica Hill. This neighborhood is called Orchard View at Mullica Hill. Square footage is ranging anywhere from 1,450 all the way into the over 3,300 square feet. There is still several to pick from, so there is new construction available. Price ranges, closing prices, which is after the upgrades, and the products you pick are anywhere from the 400s to the 700s. So we're going to drive you around, show you a little bit more, but as you can see, nice properties. Some of them can be a little bit bigger, and that's kind of the start of the neighborhood, the sales office. So we'll drive you around, show you a little bit more. All right, so we're here at a 55 and over community. This one is in Washington Township. It's called Park Place. Two different styles. There's condos and then there's single families. Built anywhere from the mid 90s to the early 2000s. What we have, there's again, the condos right now are low to high 200,000s. The single families are anywhere from the low 300s into about 400, and they're starting to climb up from there. So beautiful neighborhood. As you can see here, these are the singles, and then behind me here we got condos, and over here we have the clubhouse with the pool and the tennis courts. So we'll drive you around, show you a bit more. All right, we're here in Clayton in a 55 and over community called the Reserve at Academy. It was built from 2006 to 2008 primarily. Square footage is anywhere from about 1,400 to the low 2,000s. There's one active at 350, one under contract at 350, and sold are ranging from the low to the mid 300,000s. As you can see, beautiful landscaped, street lights, curbs, and good walking. There's some ponds over here, so great community, and we'll show you around. All right, so we're here at a 55 and over neighborhood in Glassboro. It's called the Reserve at Lake Oberst. Built around 2004, square footage anywhere from the high 1900s up into the mid 2000s. Active, there's one at 479 and one sale in the last 12 months was about 378. So as you can see, beautiful neighborhood. I'm going to show you behind me here. And then we're going to drive you around. This is a small community, so there's not many sales on an annual basis, but when they come up, they're good to check out. All right, so we're here in West Deptford. This is a 55 and over community. There's two in this neighborhood. The neighborhood's RiverWinds. We are in the Reserve at RiverWinds, and these homes are square footage anywhere from 1,600 to the mid 2000s. There's one under contract that was listed at 425,000. Most of the sales are happening in the mid 400s. So as you can see, beautiful area. And we're gonna drive you around and show you a bit more. All right, so we're in West Deptford here. This is the Village at RiverWinds, built mainly in the early 2000s, around 2001, 2002. Square footage of these are closer to 1,200 to about the upper 1,000s. There's one active at 390. Solds are all over the $300,000 range. So as you can see, nice streets, sidewalks, and more. So we'll drive you around, show you a bit. All right, so we're here in Mullica Hill. This neighborhood is called Spicer Estates, 55 and over. Built around 2001 to around 2006. Square footage is ranging anywhere from about 1,200 to 1,800. There's a couple active, 310 and 329,000. Settled properties, closings were happening around 325 into the low 400s. As you can see, nice neighborhood. Sidewalk, street lights, tree line streets, so beautiful. We'll drive you around, show you the rest. All right, we're here in Williamstown. This neighborhood is called Stirling, Glen. It was built within the last 10 years. Sales are happening because it was, kind of newer, anywhere from the high 300s. And now some of the resales, there's not many, are in the low 500s. So as you can see, beautiful homes. They can be bigger. They're 1,700 square feet up to like even over 2,000 something. So we'll drive you around, show you a little bit more now. All right. So we're here in Williamstown in a 55 and over community called the Greens. Construction started in 2022. Square footage is anywhere from 1,500 to around almost 2,000. Couple active right now, anywhere from 375 to a little over 400. Under contracts, 380s into the 400s. And then solds are all under 400s, but we're hitting a different market right now. So, and they're still doing construction. So as more builds, come on and the cost of goods goes up, might be a little bit higher, but we'll show you around. We're going to drive you around. But these are the main two streets that are built so far. And they're actually kind of like townhomes, but there's 3 homes together. So you can either pick an end unit or a middle unit. And we'll show you more. All right, so we're here. We're actually in Glassboro. This neighborhood is called Village Grande at Camelot. 55 and over again. This is built, they started building in 2007, kind of finished around 2009. Square footage is anywhere from the 1,600s all the way into the mid-2000s. Recent sales in here are anywhere from 375s into the high 400s. As you can see, beautiful neighborhood. They did a really good job. There's a pond over there between the couple streets. So we'll drive you around, show you what the rest of the neighborhood looks like. right, so we're here at another stop in Williamstown. This is called Whitehall Gardens, again, 55 and over. The construction started in 2020. Square footage is anywhere from the 1500s all the way a little bit above 2000. Actives right now, anywhere from 389 and up into the low 400s. They're still building new construction as well. Solds are anywhere up in the 400s, from the low 400s to the mid 400s. As you can see, nice. That's a section that's finished. We're going to come around and show you, down here where they're still doing some construction, and we'll drive you around and show you some more.